how do these features benefit an email marketer? Let's go through it.
Okay, so how do they benefit you? It reduces cost.
Right.
It increases exposure.
Yeah.
Your return on investments, your ROI is at least 40 to 50% because of the previous two.
Yeah.
So because you're reaching more of a market, but a more targeted market.
Yes, targeting.
Your return on investment goes through the roof. The features and the availability. So here's one of the biggest gripes that people have. And I'm sorry, I'm not really trying to hit on Aweber. It's just, unfortunately, they're the biggest one that I know of inside out.
Yeah.
If you're setting an email, and here's a real-world example for you. Chuck used to do this.
Okay.
Set up his Aweber account, and he'd send out a broadcast.
Right.
He'd go to the beach with the family and the missus and the kids.
Yeah.
He'd be sat there, checking on his phone, pinching and zooming and trying to work around their site. And all he could do on their mobile site was view out-of-date statistics.
Yeah.
Now, the ability to use this in full from any mobile. Okay, we use a responsive adapt template. So what that means is that you look at the site.
Right.
Now you go and load it on your phone. It redesigns the site for you on the fly. Let me give you again. I'll just give you another perfect example. I'm on an iPhone 5.
Yeah.
We wrote this site for the iPhone 4 because the 2, the 3, and the 4 all use the same screen. Now, because it's adaptive, it'll actually rewrite itself for me. So if I go to portal. Sorry, I'm not that fast on these keyboards.
Nah, no one is, mate.
Let's see here. Portal.com. There we go. Okay, so it's awesome, and again, I'm sorry if the quality's not too good here, guys, but if you head over to portal.sendreach.com, you'll be able to see it.
Can't put it in
there. It's automatically remapped itself.
Yeah, we can't see it, but I know what you're talking about. It's very mobile friendly. I've seen it myself on my phone.
Okay. Right.
So, but for anyone that hasn't seen it and they want to check the statistics, obviously it's very useful to do that, and it's easy to log in.
Yep. So and it's complete. There's no pinch and zoom. You don't need to. It works on Android, BlackBerry, Symbian OS. It works on Windows 8, Windows 7, iOS. There's iPad versions, there's tablet and mobile phone versions. So I mean, we've covered everything across the board. But again, it's not only read only. Chuck, he loves this story, as I was saying.
No, go on. Tell me a story, mate.
Okay, so he was sat there doing, checking his Aweber. He did something wrong. He misspelled one of the subject lines. I can't remember the exact word off the top of my head, but it worked out. His misspelling ended up being a swear word.
Yeah.
So he looked at his wife, and she knew this look. She said, "Go on, then off you go." He jumped in the car. 45-minute drive home to try and stop it. Half of the emails had already gone out, like 200,000 or 300,000 had gone out.
Right. Okay.
So that was a logistical nightmare. He's then got to sit there, stop it.
Yeah.
He's then got to send out an apology email,
Yeah.
followed by the real one. He's now able to sit there on the beach and just change it all on the fly from his phone or his tablet. And it's full use. You can create new lists. You can go and view demographic data. You can go and edit your settings. Everything you can do sat at your computer, you can do on your mobile device.
Right.
And it's all mobile friendly, and that happens on the fly, and that happens for the subscriber experience. So the user of the SendReach platform.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, the ability to send. Okay, the other ability that we offer is demographic-based autoresponders.
Right. Okay.
Now, this is one of our patents. So what you're able to do is, let's say you're doing a pay-per-click campaign.
Yes.
And you have people coming in from the US and the UK.
Yes.
And actually, do you know what? Let's make it a little bit more interesting. Let's say they were just from the US.
Yeah.
You would not speak to a 22-year-old female the way you would do to a 40-year-old male. You
Yes.
wouldn't even speak to a 40-year-old male the same you would do to a 60-year-old male.
Yeah.
So therefore, you can have, let's say, 3 different autoresponders. They're all assigned to the same list. They all get triggered when a subscriber comes in, but depending on their age, gender, and location, different subscribers to the same list will get different autoresponder sequences because you filter them based upon the demographics.
Yeah.
So therefore, you're not only just making your email appear to be targeted by saying, "Hi, first name," oldest trick in the book.
Yeah.
Now, you're able to talk to them in their lingo, so you can relate to them on their level. I mean, that's immensely powerful. There's nothing else there on the market that's able to come close to it. Now, think about this from a sales force. You go into a cold calling scenario. This is eventually something that we're hopefully going to be introducing into the platform.
Right, okay.
You have the ability to build a demographic profile on your subscribers. Now, that's really good, and that's one half the equation. Now, let's say that you have a sales force. You then go and build a social profile, a demographic profile on each of your sales members.
Yeah.
You are then able to match, using a complex matrix, the lead to the right salesperson. So let's say you've got Joe Bloggs. He's 41 years old and loves golf. That's his passion. It doesn't matter that he might be coming to buy a mobile phone or buy car insurance through you, and he's come through the Send Reach platform as a lead. The point is, you've got demographic profile on your staff, and you found out that Joe Turner is also an avid golf guy. You match that lead to that salesperson, they've automatically got a relationship because of a common interest of golf.
Yeah.
Now, can you imagine what your increased conversion rate would be because you are matching a lead to a sales representative where they have something to talk about other than the product, and they are both very well informed about that mutual connection.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying it's going to be here tomorrow, guys, but it's something that we are working towards. That was one of our original visions in building demographic-based lead generation systems.
Right.
And again, it's something else that nobody on the market offers. Not even the big guys like Infusionsoft and Office Autopilot can offer that.
Well, I was going to say, Jamie, because this was the main thing about it when I was at the webinar, was based on the fact that if you're building an email list, what I didn't like about building an email list before is, just from my own experience as an internet marketer, I would sometimes dump in fake information and I'd go to see the page or whatever. And, when I was building a list myself, I was thinking, am I getting fake information, real information? Is this a boy or a girl? Yeah. How old are they? And I always felt like, which country? So if I'm putting an affiliate link and I can't promote it to, for example, Singapore, example, right? Yeah. I'm basically spamming my whole list, and I'm going to upset a lot of people that can't get a product or whatever. So I always wanted to have a way to, how could I segregate it? And when that webinar came out, and when Chuck was talking about it, I thought to myself, game over, I'm in. I want to learn more about this. I wanted to jump in. I mean, for me, this tool it's like, why did nobody do this? And obviously, it's technically hard to do. And there's other things you're going to talk about how you get the information from older email lists or basically from normal opt-ins, which is going to be really interesting to hear about. But like for me, it's just like how could somebody go and get another autoresponder when it can't do what you want it to do? Just to be able to target at such a laser level, where it's John, he's 32 years old, he loves golf. Sally is 33. She's a mum or whatever. I mean, these type of things like this sort of like demographic stuff is just amazing, because if you're doing a weight loss, for example, you're targeting somebody who's 21, female, you've got an idea what a 21-year-old female is going to be looking for. A mum probably around about 31 years old, you can target that email for that mum or that email for that young girl at 21 years old differently. And you can connect with them in that way. And that for me was like, that is an absolute killer, To be able to do that is amazing, Jamie.
We are not in the business of sending emails. We are in the business of
relationship building, mate.
You to build relationships.
But that's it, mate.
You nailed it right on the head. You're building
relationship building.
Now, what I said before, that Chuck Mullaney was a mentor, and he offered private one-to-one coaching.
Yeah.
His service. When he did his coaching, you're looking at about $5,000 a piece minimum.
Yeah.
For coaching sessions with Chuck. Now, here's an example for you.